My topic presentation is on the effect that 9/11 has had on Pakistan. My hope is to convey this information with the utmost respect to the victims of this tragic event in American history. On September 11th, 2001, 19 militants associated with the Islamic extremist group Al-Qaeda hijacked 4 planes and carried out suicide attacks against targets in the United States. 2 of the planes were flown into the Twin Towers of the World Trade Center in New York City. A 3rd plane hit the Pentagon just outside Washington, D.C. And the 4th plane crashed in a field in Shanksville, Pennsylvania. Almost 3,000 people were killed during the 9/11 terrorist attacks, which triggered major U.S. initiatives to combat terrorism and defined the presidency of George W. Bush. Pakistan, the aftermath. The attacks on American soil on September 11th had a lasting impact on the country of Pakistan. Whether that impact is positive or negative completely depends on who you are speaking to. Pakistan became a key player in the war on terror in hopes to create a more neutral society. Pakistan's relationship with India has grown increasingly worse, and the arms situation becomes more of a focus than ever before. President Musharraf's decision to support the war on terrorism was not only dictated by immediate national interest, but is also in keeping with the president's vision of a tolerant, progressive, and democratic Pakistan, a vision articulated by Pakistan's founding father, Muhammad Ali Jinnah. This sentiment was shared by an alarming amount of Pakistani people. Musharraf stated in a speech to his people, "Islam teaches tolerance, not hatred, universal brotherhood, not enmity, peace and not violence, progress and not bigotry." Pakistan and India relations. Although India and Pakistan have always had a difficult relationship, their relationship between India and Pakistan after the 9/11 attacks and a few other terrorist attacks, India did not hesitate to take every opportunity to be viewed as the victim and dubbed Pakistan as a terrorist state. India persisted with continuous allegations that Pakistan was not working to diminish the terrorist attacks, but were in turn perpetrating terrorism across borders such as Kashmir and Jammu. The relationship between India and Pakistan did not get better, but continued to get worse. The war on terrorism. After 9/11, Pakistan changed its perspective and course, being under pressure from the United States, and joined the war on terror. One reason was their failure to convince the Taliban to give up bin Laden and other significant members of Al-Qaeda. Pakistan provided the U.S. a number of military airports and bases for its attack on Afghanistan, along with other logistical support. Pakistan has also arrested over 500 Al-Qaeda members and turned them over to the United States. In return for their support, Pakistan had sanctions lifted and has received about $10 billion in U.S. aid since 2001, primarily military. In June 2004, President George W. Bush designated Pakistan as a major non-NATO ally, making it eligible, among other things, to purchase advanced American military technology. This is a map of the different countries and participants involved in the war on terrorism since 2001. In conclusion, we can see that the events of September 11th have had a resounding effect on the whole world, including Pakistan. From this event, Pakistan has joined the war on terror, have had an increase in tension from India and other countries, have tried and failed again to become a more democratic state. We remember always the lives that were lost and the continual battle it has been to fight against the terrorists that exist in our world. The people of Pakistan have had a tumultuous existence, and it only continued after 9/11. Although they benefited from the assistance of the United States, they are still battling the same demons that have existed for centuries in their country. Thank you so much for listening to my report.